Alright guys, this video is going to be a wee bit off topic for fitness, but I've been using this product for quite a while and I wasn't going to do a video response, only I've gotten such great benefits from it. Right here I've got some French green clay, and basically the reason that I had started using it was because it's so good for clearing your skin, and all I knew that it did was it's good for getting rid of oily skin, acne or spots or anything like that. And I've been using it and my skin has gotten cleared up so fucking quickly, so it's really a great product for that. And then I was just researching it there, and it has so many benefits for being used on externally, such as, now this is only going to be a few, but it heals wounds, burns, sunburn, headaches, muscle injuries, skin conditions such as pimples, acne, eczema, rashes, bacterial infections, I don't know what the fuck these things are saying, fever, insect bites, stings, sore teeth or whatever. And basically what you do is, if you want to use it externally, you can take it internally as well. And basically what you'll do is take about a teaspoon. Don't use a metal spoon when dealing with the French green clay. It changes the molecular structure of the water. So basically what you want to do is use something ceramic like this, and something either plastic or wooden when using the French green clay. Basically what I've been doing is, if you want to take it internally, I'll just pour a tiny bit into a small glass of water, about the equivalent of half a teaspoon to a teaspoon if I'm drinking it. But right now I'm going to show you how you make a sort of face mask, because I haven't been able to find very much stuff on it. So this is for people who are either subscribed to my channel or interested in getting their skin cleared or whatever, or people who want to genuinely know how to make a face mask out of French green clay. So all I do is I literally just pour some like this, into a bowl. Now I don't know if you'll be able to see how much is actually in here, but there I put it in. It's probably the equivalent of about 4 tablespoons. I then take a tiny bit of water. I'm not going to use this whole cup. This is some filtered water. You obviously want to use the best quality sources for each of these to make sure you get the best out of the face mask, because what French green clay does is it's really good for extracting toxins and pulling toxins out of the body. So what happens is, if you put toxins into the actual green clay itself, it's obviously not going to be as beneficial. So you want to get as pure product as possible. So right now all I'm going to do is pour in a tiny bit of water and mix it with a plastic spoon, which is breaking by the fucking sheer strength of my hands. Nah, I'm just kidding, it just fucking broke there. Obviously nothing fell out of it, but it's just sort of snapping up in the fucking hand region. So I just basically, all I'm going to do is just keep mixing this up. Now some people say you can leave it for a while and just sort of wait for it to sort of congeal itself. But the way I like to do shit, I like to get it done right fucking now. So I'm just going to keep mixing it. And then if it's too thick, I'll add in a wee bit of green clay. And then if it's too thick, I'll add in a wee bit of water. And if it's too runny, I'll add in a wee bit of green clay. I'll show you what the consistency should look like in a second. I'm just going to mix this up. Alright guys, so basically I added in about another teaspoon of French green clay. That's how much water came out of this glass. So make sure you add in as little water as possible and slowly build it up until you get it to the consistency you want. So right here is the consistency that I go for and I think's best. Is right there, where it's slightly runny but it's pretty solidified, or it's got a quite jelly sort of texture to it, which means basically whenever you apply it to your face, it's easy to spread throughout, but it's not gonna be that runny that's going to start to drip down your face, etc. So you want to get the right consistency that's easy to spread over your face, but it's not going to be dripping off it. You want to make sure you have clean hands and you want to have a clean face. Preferably that you've just either gotten out of the shower or you've rubbed warm water over your face to have your pores open and it's easier for this to work. But for right now, I'm not going to do that. I've got the mixture right here. You can make a bigger portion and then add it each day if you don't have much time, but obviously it's always better to just make it fresh, because then that means it's going to have its most potency. So another thing, not just a wee bit of advice, I would advise you using a wooden spoon, not a plastic spoon, because obviously plastic spoon is not from nature, so obviously better to use things closer to nature, but I just used the plastic fork for today. So basically I'll probably apply for you to show you what it's kind of like. I know it's a wee bit fucking feminine, but I think it's better to have a fucking clear face than a nasty ass looking fucking face, especially if you're a fucking bodybuilder or fitness model. So right here, got some green clay, and then all you do is just pour it over your, start to wipe it on your face. I might stop now and just show you what it looks like in case people get a wee bit creepy watching me. Alright, so I had to kind of leave there for a second to apply the rest of so I could see in the mirror what it looked like and what sort of consistency I have. So this is usually the thickness I'd go for, so it's just a few millimeters. So there's the consistency I just went for there. It's just quite a few millimeters of the clay spread all over my face. And then what I'll do is let it dry over sort of the outside, not completely let it dry or else it'll be extremely difficult to come off your face. Just let it all sort of, I'll let you see what it looks like, and I'll tell you that's whenever you take it off. Then if you have some left over, you can just apply it to other parts of your skin where you have insect bites or other spots, or just save some for later. So I'll let you see what it looks like once this is all dried in. Make sure you wash it off your hands, and be aware that your skin will just tighten the fuck up because it sort of solidifies on your face. Another thing is, yes, this is very weird, very feminine, but I don't want a fucking nasty ass looking face. I want a nice, clean, fresh face. So if you fucking don't enjoy the video, then fuck off. Boom! Alright guys, so I've had the French green clay on for about 10 to 15 minutes now. It's really starting to sort of solidify. And I'll leave it on for about another 3 or 4 minutes until it's completely sort of hardened, but not completely dried up. And then I'll start to rinse it off. But right now I'm going to take some to drink. As you may or may not know, it has an insane amount of benefits taking it internally, but basically the main ones would be it's great for detoxification, it's great for bad breath, which may be the case for some bodybuilders. If you notice, some people who eat a fuckload of meat have stinking breath, especially if they're not eating enough vegetables and they're too acidic in the body. It helps with liver. If you're on fucking roids, jump on this, because roids are definitely going to be affecting your liver, and has so many other benefits such as immune system support. Obviously, if you want to be in the gym training at your best, you don't want to be sick, you want to have a great immune system. It helps against diarrhea, infection, and it helps with the endocrine system, etc. But right now I'm going to show you how I take it. So with the fork that I mixed earlier, I just stuck it in this water and just started to mix it up. Now you only need a wee tiny bit, like half a teaspoon, and stuck to that fork would have been maybe like nearly half a teaspoon anyway, but I'll just sprinkle in a tiny bit more. That was far too much, it just fucking fired out. I'll just be more benefits for me. So I'm just going to mix it, like so. And drink it up. It also helps with internal parasites. I just read that as I was drinking that. So there's another fucking benefit. Especially if you're eating a lot of fucking meat. Maybe you might have some or have a risk of some. Got this here nearly dried up. Gonna rinse it off. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you want to have some health benefits that you wanted and you heard from this, go get yourself some really good quality French bioorganic green clay. Boom! This is now the perfect time to take it off. Whenever the clay looks like this, I'm going to rinse it off and get it on with the rest of my motherfucking day.